big company with a startup feel. Intuit receives innovation recognition.
The health of small businesses, we'll share the latest figures.
I just said, okay, let's turn this around, and then it took off again.
Mix a leap of faith with passion, and you have the perfect small business recipe. Those stories and more coming up on This Week at Intuit.
Welcome to This Week at Intuit, September 10th, 2012.
Hello there and welcome. Once again, I'm Scott Caplener.
And I'm Holly Perez, feeling refreshed after a little Labor Day holiday. How was your long weekend?
It was great, thanks. Got a kayak in and a mountain bike ride.
Excellent. Wish we had more of those.
Yes. Topping our headlines this week, Intuit has jumped 27 spots on the Forbes Most Innovative Companies list. The company now ranks 57th. Forbes called Intuit a 30-year startup that's fast-moving, embraces uncertainty, and continually learns. Intuit's Caroline Donahue, Chief Sales and Marketing Officer and a 17-year veteran of Intuit, had this to say about Intuit's innovative culture.
We believe the leaders should walk the walk. We need to role model the right behavior and ask good questions and set good challenges. But when it comes to ideas, they come from everyone's. And we typically say sometimes the leaders have the worst ideas, not the best ideas. So it's our job to make sure all the ideas come out, but to also participate with our people. And you know what? It's a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun than sitting around doing PowerPoints.
Small business employment continues to grow, but the rate of growth is slowing. Meanwhile, revenues are down for the 5th consecutive month. This, according to the latest Intuit Small Business Employment and Revenue Indexes. Here's a breakdown. Employment increased by 0.16% in August, down from a revised growth rate of 0.2% in July. Average monthly compensation grew by 0.08%, or $2, down from the growth of $7 seen last month. Average monthly hours worked decreased by 0.6%, or 42 minutes. And small business revenue fell by 0.6% from the previous month. The retail industry, along with the accommodation and food services sector, saw the biggest declines. For all the details, head over to index.intuit.com.
And while we're on the topic of small businesses, there's one in Southern California that just got a little help with its plans to expand. Trent Mail is one of two $10,000 winners in GoPayment's Get Business Growing sweepstakes, which is designed to help small businesses never miss a sale. I talked to Trent earlier about his plans to use his winnings. Well, first of all, congratulations on winning.
Thank you very much. It was a fun experience. Very excited to hear the news at the end.
For those that may be new to this story, why don't you give us a little background on how you came to submit your video?
Well, actually, I had a friend who told me about it. I knew that we were always in the search for some new capital and came across it. And we had actually been talking about finding something like the Intuit GoPayment system. So the fact that it was a new system that we could use combined with competition and an opportunity to earn some free capital was kind of serendipitous, you could say.
Where were you the moment you heard that you won?
I was sitting upstairs in my office, so I opened the email, got all excited by myself. It was a very exciting moment.
And congrats to both of our young and creative winners.
Yeah, I hope it helps them keep going on their wonderful entrepreneurial tracks.
Exactly. And speaking of careers, this week's job highlight takes us to Singapore, where Intuit is hiring a customer support specialist. This position will support Intuit's Asia Pacific Island growth and help accountants and small business owners run their business. For more on this and other job opportunities, apply at intuitcareers.com.
Our For the Love of Business series continues with Polka Dots Cupcakes. Owner Jeannie Kaplan, our customer of the week, shares how she overcame her fears, took a leap of faith, and started selling gourmet mini treats.
When you have a passion and you have drive, I believe that overcomes all and you'll be successful. About 2 years ago, I was working at Intuit. Food was always my thing. I went to LA for a trip. My sister and I were down at one of the little markets there, and we were looking at cupcakes. She said, "Why don't you do cupcakes?" So when I came back, I was in the kitchen in Intuit, so I just grabbed these cake mixes, and I was just making minis just to see how they would look. And then I got this cute can, icing, and I just made a really gorgeous design on it. There was a big Christmas party in Intuit, so I gave them the cupcakes for the party. And one thing led to another, so I decided to take it a step further, leave Intuit, and focus on doing the business full time. I knew I had something that was beautiful looking, and the flavor was there.
I bake it that way.
And there were weeks where I didn't have enough money to carry, and I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? No, really. Okay, do I pay the house? Or does the poor pastry chef get paid? Or I can't buy the flour to make the cupcakes this week.
Good, thank you. You want a cupcake to go with your coffee?
There was a time, briefly, this year where I started, second guessing myself, and I started letting all the fear creep in, and I just said, okay. It lasted about a week. And it was like gripping me, and it was like, oh no, what now? But I just said, okay, let's turn this around. And then it took off again.
And we're also in 4 farmers markets a week, so if you miss us here...
And at this time, we're keeping up with the new changes of the growth. Without the Go payment on my phone, I do believe the growth would not be as fast as it is.
I can take your credit card, okay?
And when I see somebody at a farmer's market with merchant machines set up, it surprises me, because all you do with the Go payment is hit the app, slide the card, and it's in the bank. That's one of my favorite things of this business, because I love it.
All right, great. Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, thank you so much.
My next move, I believe, with this business is a food truck. And that's always been in my head since day one.
I love that. And it's all mini gourmet. I don't do anything bigger, and I do a lot of weddings and so forth now, because the brides...
I even thought about a year ago, I would love to leave Intuit and do my cupcakes full time and be able to afford to live that life. Eventually I did that. I was scared, but I did it anyway. This is exactly where I want to be. This is exactly what I want to do. And financially, it's, there is no limit.
Please join us September 19th for a live small business Q&A with Valerie Coleman Morris, author of the book, It's Your Money, So Take It Personally.
And Valerie will talk to small business owner Jillian Knox of Jules Vintage. Well, that's it for this week at Intuit. I'm Holly Perez.
And I'm Scott Caplener. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great week.
This is the Intuit Network.